Namaskaram, Nandini, everybody, Namaskaram. Good evening to all of my dear brothers and sisters all around Bharat who have tuned in to this very special occasion. Before continuing, I'm going to check in with my volume. It seems we're okay, so I will continue. ഞാനും ഇവിടെ എന്റെ ചെറിയ വിളക്ക് കത്തിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട് നമ്മളെ മാതൃഭാഷയ്ക്ക് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട്. ഞാൻ ഇന്ന് ഇംഗ്ലീഷിലാണ് പറയാൻ പോകുന്നത് കാരണം എന്റെ മാതൃഭാഷ ആക്ച്വലി ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ആണ്. എന്നാലും എന്റെ അമ്മ സംസാരിക്കുന്ന ഭാഷ സ്പാനിഷും എന്റെ ഹൃദയത്തിലുള്ള ഭാഷ മലയാളവും കൂടി ഉള്ളത് കൊണ്ട് ഐ എം സോ ഹാപ്പി ടു ബി ഹിയർ വിത്ത് ഓൾ ഓഫ് യു ടുഡേ. സോ ഇന്ന് തുടങ്ങുന്ന മുമ്പേ സംസ്കൃതത്തിൽ ഒരു ചെറിയ പ്രാർത്ഥന ജപിക്കണം എന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചു. I'm going to start with a small Sanskrit prayer. We actually heard the prayer just moments before. And this prayer is for everyone in this world and all worlds to feel at peace and happy in our life and in our heart. The lyrics are very simple, and I think each one of you have chanted this prayer growing up. So let's join together and pray for the world, for the peace and happiness of all beings in this world. Let's pray Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu just 3 times before we begin. Om Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. It was very important for me to acknowledge our biggest Matrabhasha, which is Sanskritam, through which all Indian languages and many other have derived. I feel extremely honored to be invited to speak on such an important day, International Mother Language Day. Wow. Language is one of my favorite subjects because it is one of the most important parts of any culture. It is the way by which people communicate from one to another, build relationships together, and create a sense of community. Language is a vital part of human connection, and it allows us to share our ideas, thoughts, feelings with others within a certain culture and also outside of the walls of our own culture. You might be wondering, why am I speaking with you today? Some of you may know I also grew up in our most beloved India. My family moved to live in Amma's ashram in Kerala when I was 3 years old, and I lived there till I was 15. But as a young child, I only knew English. When I moved to India and I started school, it was very difficult for me to communicate with my fellow students, my classmates. And they had a hard time understanding me and my culture. I felt like I was a complete outsider. I did not belong anywhere. Because it was the first time many of these students were seeing somebody so completely different from them. But because of this, seeing the difference, I was often made fun of for so many years. But guess what changed that? Learning Malayalam changed everything. എനിക്ക് മലയാളം കുറച്ചൊക്കെ അറിയാം, കുഴപ്പമില്ലാതെ മനസ്സിലാക്കാനും സംസാരിക്കാനും കഴിവുണ്ട്. ഇവിടെ മലയാളികൾ കുറെ പേരുണ്ടെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. അടിപൊളി. നമസ്കാരം ടു ഓൾ മൈ മലയാളീസ്. ആൻഡ് എനിക്ക് ഹിന്ദി സംസാരിക്കാൻ അങ്ങനെ അറിയത്തില്ല. തോടാ തോടാ സംസ്ഥാ ഹേ, നമ്മളുടെ ഇന്ത്യയുടെ ഭാരത് ഭാഷയല്ലേ. അപ്പം സ്കൂളിലും ഞാൻ കുറച്ചൊക്കെ ഹിന്ദി പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. But after learning Malayalam, it was like night and day. ഒരു വാൾ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു ഞാനിവിടെ ബാക്കി എല്ലാ കുട്ടികളും മറ്റേ സൈഡിൽ, വാളിന്റെ അപ്പുറത്തെ സൈഡിൽ. There was a wall between me and all the other students. But after learning Malayalam, that wall disappeared completely. Suddenly, I was completely accepted and taken in as their own. And there's actually a saying that says, if you talk to somebody in a different language, you talk to their brain. But if you speak to them in their mother tongue, you speak to their heart. And this was really what I felt when I learned Malayalam. Suddenly we had a much more deep connection. Did you all know that when Mata Amatanandamai Amma travels all around the world, she learns how to say a few sentences in each language, so that no matter who comes to Amma from whatever country or whatever culture, Amma is able to communicate with them at least in a few words in their mother tongue. Because Amma knows that that is how to connect with their heart. Right here, this shows us how important our mother tongue really is. Each one of our languages, there must be many people here who speak so many different languages. Each one of our mother tongue languages keeps our cultural heritage alive. But unfortunately, if a language is not used, just in a few generations, it can be completely lost. Do you know how many languages are spoken in English? Are spoken in India? Yes, officially, there are around 22 to 23 languages officially. But according to some statistics, there are approximately 121 Indian languages in the country spoken by more than 100,000 people. So each of these 121 language has at least 10,000 people speaking it. But more than 19,000 languages or dialects are spoken in India. And these 19,000 languages are considered as mother tongues for a small group of people. Unfortunately, our India has lost nearly 250 of these languages just in the last 50 years, because not enough people are speaking those languages. So in just 50 years, 250 languages have been wiped off of this earth because there were not enough people speaking it. This brings me to the next topic. The importance of teaching your children and grandchildren your mother tongue. It is completely necessary, and it is absolutely your responsibility as a parental figure to teach your mother tongue to your children, especially for children who are growing up in an environment where their mother tongue is hardly heard. For example, if you are a Malayali growing up in Mumbai or in the US, you might not be hearing Malayalam very often. So many children who are growing up abroad find it difficult to have a deeper and more meaningful conversation with their grandparents or with any elders in their family who do not speak English very well. Mother tongues thus become a crucial tool in connecting our roots and our loved ones. Knowing your mother tongue very well is a matter of pride, actually. It boosts one's confidence and creates awareness in the individual's mind while also helping them connect with their cultural identity better. So now that we have discussed why keeping our mother tongue close in our heart is important, let's look at why learning different languages is also important. Since we live in a global community, The cultural boundaries between one culture and another are kind of blurring now, every day more. Whether we are just looking to study or work abroad, settle in another country, or just do business abroad, the importance of language is unmatched. To share ideas and grow them into something more, whether this means learning a foreign language so you can communicate with people of a different country, like I did, or simply learning how to use language to master a job interview, demand a presence in the room. So if you are conducting a meeting or if you walk into a room and you want to attract people's attention, you need to be able to speak well. Or just to network and get to know different people. For all of these things, language is vital. So, if you are somebody who has been feeling like you want to learn a new language, for those of you who have been wanting to take that leap to broaden your mind and create space for just one more language maybe, something that can really help you is watching movies or TV in a different language. It's a great way to start. If you're feeling even more motivated, you can seek out language courses offered in your community. Check out online learning communities, or you can, simple as this, download the app like Duolingo, which will help you begin your path to a broader, more effective, and more personal communication. But very, very important, remember this. Wherever you end up in the world, whatever job opportunity, whatever school, whatever friends you make in the world, never ever forget where you came from. Always keep a small part of our Bharat in your heart, wherever you go. Take the responsibility seriously to pass your language, your mother tongue, down to coming generations. Because you would never want your mother tongue to get lost like those 250 mother tongues of our nation. So with saying this, I thank you all for your kind, patient listening, and I wish you all the best in your life to come. Om Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.